Hi guys, this is Matt and Katy from Lizzard, and welcome to the Progcast.
Welcome back to another episode of the Progcast. Last episode we had Martin from Sullen, and at the end, during the What's in Your Walkman section, I recommended a new single from the Frenchies / Brits in Lizzard, and today I have Katy and Matt calling from France. Hi guys, how's it going over there?
Hi man, yeah, we're all good here. Not quite in lockdown at the moment, so we're still able to go outside. All is good. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, you guys have a new album coming out, and it's your third album. It is.
Oh.
Is that correct?
It's four.
It's actually the fourth
It's
now.
the fourth album.
Yeah.
Fourth album, and it is our fourth album. Yeah, the first one was in 2012, I guess, if I remember.
Yeah,
It's
2000.
the fourth album, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's called Eroded.
It
And
is indeed.
It's coming out on February 19th, so
Yeah.
about 2 weeks after this episode drops.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the album? How did it? How was the recording and writing process? Did you finish it before this madness started, or
Yeah,
did you work
yeah.
through it?
Yeah, like we started writing this album in 2019. Early 2019.
Okay.
And then we finally recorded it in October 2019. So it was all written and recorded well before all this shit happened. So, and the writing process was really cool. It's like we knew exactly what we wanted to do with this album, so it all went really smoothly, and it was good fun writing this album. It was very spontaneous and just, cool. And we had this message that we really wanted to get across, so it sort of guided the whole writing process. And then, the recording, we recorded with Peter Younger in Germany, in Dresden.
Oh, cool.
Because we worked with Peter on the previous album, and he's really, really cool. So we wanted to work with him again, so he invited us to his studio in Germany, and the recording was really cool. We had a month in the studio and just had a great time. Lots of creativity and fun. It was cool.
So for the listeners who have never heard of Lizzard, you guys are a trio, obviously, and I have seen you guys 2 times live supporting Sullen back in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can assure you guys out there, Lizzard are a really cool live band, really energetic, and you guys bring a really full sound for a trio. And so I always think with a trio, like the dynamics with songwriting is probably a lot different to a band with more members.
Well,
or is that not the case?
well, it depends. I mean, there's so many ways to basically compose as a band. I mean, today it's quite fashionable to basically compose. Everybody's having ideas through the computer, and they send each other things. Whether it's either rhythmical ideas or guitar chords or whatever. We don't do that at all.
We're old school.
Yeah,
we all write together in the practice room.
Yeah, we all need to be basically locked in a room all together.
And I think, the difference between maybe a trio and, more members would be that each person has to fit in, like we want to make a big sound. So, each instrument has to be like put together in the right place to make the sound as fast as we can. So it sounds like there's more people playing.
And even though the ideas are basically coming from one point, there's always this reaction that the band needs. So if someone throws something, either a guitar idea or a drum idea or bass idea, we need to see the reaction of it. So then the composition starts. really. So I don't know. It feels like that. It's just I might just come up with a guitar riff, and I've got an idea of what I want to say with this. But depends on what Katy's going to play with it. It might just change totally, and my feel about it will change. And same with William when William comes in. So and if everybody is happy with that surprise, then the composition starts properly, and then we just play and jam and throw things to each other. But that's what happens. I mean, we had for.
Ouais, on est un trio quoi.
Yep.
Yeah.
But again, it's all about, I don't know, it's all about spontaneity. There's nothing pre-written and then said, okay, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you know?
Katy, you just mentioned the big sound you want to create, and oftentimes you might think, well, as a trio, you obviously only have 3 instruments, and your possibilities are limited. So, of course, hearing the full and massive sound on the record, one wonders if there's is there only guitar, bass, and drums on the album, or did you put some keys and effects and whatnot in there as well?
Yeah, I mean, everything that you hear on the album we can play live. It's all us. There's some sub-bass synthesizers on some parts.
Yeah.
You can't actually hear them, but you can feel. And apart from on one bit, on Eroded, there's some piano. But other than that, it's just us 3, and that's what you'll get on stage.
And as you might remember, I mean, I use two amplifiers I'm using loops, real-time loops, guitar stuff. So that's still going on that album. Even though it's maybe less obvious because I went for something else, like the way of using it, but that's still on. I mean, we just just basically guitars, bass, and drums. That's it, and vocals, of course. Yeah, but that's it.
Yep.
And I think I remember that you, Matt, and William, you shared vocal duties, right? Did William sing some background vocals live?
Yeah, he does a little bit, just a bit,
When he can, I mean, he's quite busy on the bass, so, so when his head is just allowing it, he does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so on the record, on the studio record, it's only you, or do you also sing both?
It's mostly Matt. There's the odd bit where we all sing, even. Yeah, but mostly it's Matt. Matt's done all the backing as well on this album.
Yeah, I usually do because it's just quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
it's nicer too.
It's just quicker. I mean, working with Peter Junger, I mean, because there was lots of experimentation going on for that album, because we locked ourselves for a month in the studio. That was the first experience doing that, and so we wanted to take time to experiment. So again, everybody had ideas, everybody wanted to do things, but when it came to vocals, everybody had ideas, but of course I was the only one who basically could do this.
Yeah.
So that was quicker. So everybody was throwing things at me, and just I was doing
sing higher.
Yeah, exactly. I was doing things.
It was very funny.
Yeah. So I remember it even ended up me singing like a chicken.
A chicken.
So
it's all on the album.
Okay, I will listen again. I just had the chance to listen to it once so far. There's definitely a lot going on, despite you guys only being 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you guys, as we established, this is your 4th album, and I think there's still a lot of people that haven't heard about you and might discover you with this new album. How would you describe your sound, and where do you get your musical main inspirations from? Any reference bands that people could?
Yeah, I mean, it's evolved. I mean, I guess when we started out, we were big Tool fans, but now we listen to all kinds of weird and different shit. like Puscifer with Maynard. We listen to a lot of Radiohead at the moment, a lot of Nine Inch Nails, some classical, just, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I mean, recently we just, through social media, we've made this playlist on, like bands do that and labels asked us to do that, like kind of a playlist of our favorite music or our favorite songs or whatever. So we had to pick 30 odd songs from other bands that we love it. And I mean, if people are really interested in what we are into, let's go and listen to this, because
listen to our playlist.
It goes from Jimi Hendrix to fucking Meshuggah to it goes all over the place. And so many people just say, I mean, it's not like a metal soundtrack, or it's not. It goes everywhere. So
I think when we were writing Eroded, we were listening to Nine Inch Nails a lot, Puscifer a lot, a band called Health. Do you know Health from California?
Health?
Health, yeah. They did a soundtrack for the game Max Payne, the video game.
Okay.
And it's that kind of music, it's really trashy and it's totally bizarre. So we're really into them at the moment. They're really crazy. Some more mellow stuff as well. Yeah, Radiohead.
But as a reference point, I mean, to basically have people saying, oh, yeah, I might go and listen to that. So because I know this band and I like this band. I don't know. 90s stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
90s.
We keep thinking 90s because this is where we grew up.
Deftones, Helmet.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And yet, Radiohead, arty shit, weird stuff. I know, rock, but with a twist. I don't know. It's really hard.
I had one association when I listened to the new album, to Eroded, and I mean, there's some mellower parts towards the second half, but overall the power and energy really reminded me of King's X.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Yeah. And funnily, we only know King's X because people are always saying we sound like them.
That's always the most fun thing, if people tell a band, oh, you sound like them, and they are like, who are they?
But that's good. I mean, that means that people are not that disturbed with what we are doing. So if they can find an anchor point, with what we're doing, that's good. Whether we know it or not, it's fine.
Yeah, it actually, I might just go after we finish the recording of this episode and listen to some King's X, because it's been a long time since I've listened to King's X, and they're fantastic. And they're like, I think a year ago or something, I read that they have a new album ready. I mean, they've been at it since years, like decades, and they're all not the youngest anymore. And I think the drummer had a heart attack in 2019 or something, and so there was news somewhere that they said that the upcoming King's X record would be very, very diverse in styles, and so I was really excited. But then I never heard anything again, so I will definitely go and check if there's any news about that.
Maybe it didn't come out. Maybe it never saw.
But maybe they have put some more news on their social media. In the meantime, you mentioned also, Katy, you mentioned that there was this clear message from the beginning that you wanted to convey.
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, I mean, this album, like most of our albums, really, but this one is really just like our reference and our point of view, sort of in relation to how human beings are behaving at the moment and how we're treating the planet and sort of just, just the way things are from our perspective at the moment. And obviously that's not very jolly, However, we still sort of have hope. So like we always like to sort of show the contrast, like there's the negative side of how grim things are at the moment, but there's also the positive side. You know, it's not always not lost. You know, there's still hope. So we like to have something beautiful in there as well. So, you know, it's still a colourful album. It's still a positive album. It's still got positive energy, even though the theme is quite dark. It's still a positive album overall. Well, we hope that's how it comes across anyway, with some irony, of course.
I mean, the whole album has been created really basically because and inspired after all those years of touring, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw so many different countries. We went everywhere. We met lots of great people, less great meetings, but whatever. We had lots of experience and during those years, and we just realized something, that everywhere we went, everybody had the same problems.
Yeah.
Everybody complained about the same things. And I mean, personally, I went to the point where, what's the point of traveling today? Because everywhere is the same.
Yeah.
You can go to any town apart from the language, and yet everybody's speaking English now today because of the internet again. So it's really easier to communicate with everybody. So basically, you just feel home. If you are lucky to feel home somewhere, you feel home everywhere. There's no surprises. There's no culture shock.
Yeah.
There's no learning curve anymore. It's just it's all the same. And for the worst, meaning, again, you just realize if it's everywhere the same because of the problems, not because of the great stuff.
Yeah.
It's not the same great everywhere. It's the same problems everywhere. So basically, this is where the theme of the album started. That's the anchor point of the album. Is like, look, this is everywhere what's happening, and everywhere is the same. How did we come to that point? And we even have a song and it's going to come out actually tomorrow.
Yeah.
For the new single is going to come out tomorrow. But there's this song where it's basically talking about where we are now. We've been talking about illnesses and weird shit happening
really
and
weird.
everything.
Yeah.
And we did that a year and a half.
Yeah, like
a year and a half ago.
Yeah, there's a
we are
lot
now,
of references in the lyrics
Yeah.
that you think everyone's going to think that we wrote it during the first lockdown, but we didn't. We wrote it a year before, so it's a bit weird.
This is really, really, really funny because I mean, obviously last year Haken released their album Virus, which they had like waiting to put it out for half a year already.
Yeah.
And there's like there's some other apocalyptically themed albums that and you ask the people from the band, we wrote this all way before 2020.
It's really weird.
But I keep thinking it's normal. I mean, I really think it's normal. There's nothing special about that.
Yeah, we could only be heading towards this. You know, there was no.
There was this feeling in the air.
Yeah, I think
exactly.
So.
And if you are a bit of an observer.
Yeah.
It's really easy to link the dots, you know. It's just really, really easy. So yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not surprised that so many art, whether the genre music or painting or whatever, but of course, you know, if you are a bit of a critic and you are really sensitive to the human activities somehow, you just there's only one way to go. It's just one way.
We're all going to die.
It's just...
well, it probably is.
Well, basically, I mean, everybody is the same way to be silly. You know, everything is silly in the same way, the same silliness everywhere. So.
Human beings have fucked themselves.
But again, I mean, in this album, whether we talk about those heavy subjects, because it's quite heavy. I mean, we really take it seriously for us because but again, it's more of a need of expression, an album for us than just making business, you know. So yeah, I mean, when we think about this album and when we take the subjects, even though we talk about that, we still have this feeling of let's get better now, and there are ways to get better, and and the energy that we've put in the album hopefully is more of a let's move on, you know, energy than just let's just dig the dirt and just you know. So yeah.
Stick the head into the sand.
Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, hopefully it's just more of a kick in the butt, like.
Yeah.
let's do this. You know.
Wake up.
Great. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna throw into the playlist that will be accompanying this episode. I will throw in the King's X classic Faith, Hope, Love.
Cool.
Yeah, Katie, before we started the recording, we actually talked briefly that it's very rare that I have a female voice here on the Progcast, and it's so I'm really happy that you joined us as well. How would you say is your experience in the prog scene so far, touring and as a woman? What can you tell us about it? Is there anything that you want to say about the state of things in our music scene globally that you don't like, or some developments that maybe you like? Whatever. I'm talking too much. I want to give you a platform, so please.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, for me, it's always been absolutely awesome. I mean, I often forget that I'm a girl, really, because
we are girls too.
I don't know. I mean, I've always been surrounded by guys anyway, because music is mostly with guys, so I just sort of forget, and B, I have to, because if I am too sort of girly, then I just wouldn't be doing this at all. I wouldn't be playing drums in a rock band and touring in the dirt, I'd be at home filing my fingernails, which I do when I'm bored. But yeah, so far it's just been awesome all the time. And I find that all the guys that we've ever toured with or worked with or whatever are always really, really cool. And they always treat me as they should, with like equal respect as their fellow guys. And, everyone's always been really cool and helpful and just gentlemanly, really. I've never had any problems with guys, really. Oh, yeah, apart from sometimes in Slovakia when guys tend to be a little bit too drunk. It only happens there. There's nothing wrong with Slovakia, but, that's the only few times I've had, fear, like I think I'll go and lock myself in the toilet now because this isn't going well. But apart from that, and apart from, sometimes having to, sleep in the dirt and whatever, but, I don't mind that. So just touring, But it's all cool. I haven't really got any criticism of the prog world or the rock world or the world. It's all, I just love it. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I really think that with William, I mean, having a drummer girl in the band, lots of bands or lots of guys would think of, holy shit, that's going to be tough.
Oh no!
But with William, somehow we never made a difference. Whether it would be a guy drumming or a girl drumming, we would just be the same.
Well, I don't make one either, so I think
exactly.
It's just
the feeling's mutual.
I'm not a girly girl, and I've known William for a long, long time, and Matt now as well, and we're just friends, and it's just cool.
Yeah, and I keep thinking that she can get on with this because in the band, first of all, we don't make any difference. It's just so she just, I don't know, she's at ease with what she is, and all day long. So, and when we go on the road, people can feel that she's at ease with this. So why bother? I think it's all about, what, you get what you give, first of all. So if she would be girly, no, I don't do this because I'm a girl. Well, that's fucked. Don't.
Yeah. I mean, I like to carry heavy amplifiers and I like to do all that shit. I mean, I love all of it. So, we have played. Sometimes we've toured and there's been other girls, and sometimes I don't know. They're like, oh no, I'm not going to do this, and
what can you do?
They don't. I don't know. It's just like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, I love it. It's all cool.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy to hear that, because sadly there's a lot of female musicians still that are having a hard time here and there in this male-dominated world. Still, so but if it works out for you, I'm very happy about that. And, I mean, I've met you guys, as I said, 2 times on tour, and you always seemed like a jolly bunch. And you seemed at ease with the circumstances.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all cool.
All right. Yeah, you guys mentioned that you have on your Spotify, you have that artist playlist where you put your main influences, so to speak. Here at the Progcast, as I said, we always have also an accompanying playlist, as we don't play music on the show. And there we always put, of course, the singles for the album that we have talked about. Yeah. It's going to be the singles for Eroded. 2 are already out as we're recording this. As you said, tomorrow is going to be the 3rd single out. So when this drops on Thursday, all 3 singles will be out and will be in the playlist.
Cool.
What else do we put in the playlist? We also put a little bit like a best of from the band. And if you guys want, you can choose this best of from your previous records.
There's Singularity. There's a track Singularity called Singularity that could be fun to be put on.
The Orbiter and Vigilant.
Yeah. I mean, how many songs do we got?
Because you're 2 people, you have not like a massive discography yet. You can pick 1 each for each album, actually, if you want.
Okay. 1 each for each album. So we are at 4 already.
No, 3.
3.
Okay, 3.
Singularity, The Orbiter, and Vigilante.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3 tracks from 3 different albums.
Yeah, I can't remember which song is on which album.
So we need another. We need
Twisted Machine.
Another 3. Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
C'est lequel qui sonne le mieux sur?
I don't know. There's this track. I can't remember the title. That's
God.
Living the Dream.
Yeah, Living the Dream. That one is cool. That's on Shift.
Yep.
Oh, and the song Shift as well we could have. Oh no, we've got Singularity from that album. Tu préfères Shift or Living the Dream?
No.
Oh, Shift.
Oh, Shift, yeah. Let's just
Instead of Living the Dream, let's put Shift.
Okay.
And then
a second one from Majestic.
Yeah, second one from Majestic.
The second one from Majestic, that's the Roots Within.
Ouais, tu veux pas mettre c'est pas ça cause Just Breath.
No.
Ok. Et sur Out of Reach.
And Out of Reach. So there's the Orbiter.
I can't remember the fucking album. Twisted Machine is heavy.
And Twisted Machine.
Twisted Machine.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that?
Or the very last one.
Which is what? Oh yeah, Falling in Zero.
No, Turn Down the Sky.
Turn Down the Sky. Okay, instead of Twisted Machine, let's have Turn.
Okay.
I can't remember which. I just can't remember.
I mean, that's
terrible.
Yeah, I mean that brings back memories, man. I mean it's 2012 this album, so.
So and for Eroded, you've got the 3 singles, right?
Yes, that's perfect. You wanna put a song from the Venus EP or not?
No.
No.
No, well, it's just no. I mean the thing is, I mean that's really funny because yes, there's always some people who just talk about this EP, but that was basically our very first recording.
We did it with Reese Fulber.
With Reese, but that was a really proper recording. That was the very first one. We were singing. I mean, I was singing in French at that time. And the whole composition stuff was like, yeah, let's just have a joint and just jam, you know. So yeah, it was fun, but that's just so different from where we are at now. Yeah, it's always a weird feeling, nostalgia. I mean, I'm not into nostalgia really. So
people might like it anyway. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you decide if you want to put some from the Venus. You decide, you know.
It's up to you.
Yeah. We decided things, you can decide.
Great. I really hope you guys will have to revisit some of your older tracks soon to prepare a live set. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to if one day we can tour, because Eroded is really a live album. And we've just so enjoyed playing these songs, together, and we really wanted to tour. So we really hope to play them live. And also we're looking forward to making a set with all of our albums now. So, yeah. Maybe one day.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what's happening, really, because
of course,
nothing is sure at the moment, and whether the plans we can make, nobody knows if it's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
So I think all bands basically want things in their heads, but there's no proper plans anymore because we've got to wait. There's too much energy that goes into preparing everything, organizing everything. Too much money. I mean, everything. And all that for, if it's not happening, is just a bummer. I mean, it's just, it's just there's so much going on and all this energy for nothing. So I think the bands are not really, most of the time, they don't really plan anything really. They might have ideas, but they don't plan anything. And we are at that point at the moment. I mean, we planned touring for that album, and when we saw that in 2 months, everything, all the plans for the 2020 years just went through the windows. In 2 months, everything just died. So we thought, okay, so we've got ideas. We want to do a lot of things, but we can't really say much of that because of the fear of that this is not happening again. So let's touch wood.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But things, I mean, we will try to make something different.
We're supposed to be touring with Sullen, but God knows if it'll happen.
Yeah. They just, I think the day I talked to Martin, they postponed their tour to December, January.
Yeah, of course.
Which was not a surprise, obviously, sadly. Katy, you just said that this is such a live album. So did you guys play actually some things together and record it, or did you record separately?
Oh, for the recording, yeah, we ended up recording bass and drums together.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I think that's also like a cool thing for our listeners to know, because I think it's a different vibe when you know and when you hear, okay, this got the live feel,
Yeah. We always strive to get the live feel when we record. So. Yeah.
And depending on the songs too, but for the whole album, again, because we had time to experiment a lot for that recording. I think we actually tried 2 or 3 different ways.
Yeah.
I think we tried like either the live performance or the whole click stuff, everybody like being synced into this kick horrible stuff. And in the end, everybody went like, nah, let's just have this.
Yeah, bass and drums.
Yeah, let's have this feeling thing going on there. That's just better. But again, because it's been composed like that. So which is, when you think about this, it's because it's been composed this way, where everybody's playing at the same time. It just sounded, I don't know, it sounded more like Lizzard playing like that. So
cool. Yeah, going back to the playlist one more time, we also have a little section at the very end of our interviews that we like to call What's in Your Walkman? And that's where I like to ask my guests what they've been listening to lately, and if there's anything that stood out that they want to recommend their fans and to their fans and to our listeners. Any songs?
We did.
We were listening to Amon Tobin quite a lot. Electro, crazy music. Do you know Amon Tobin?
No, but I'm sure you're gonna give me a link, and then I can put it in the playlist and listen to it.
But other than that, we've been listening to Puscifer and 9 Inch Nails, and lots of Radiohead actually at the moment, like Kid A.
I don't know. I mean, there's. I'm sure everybody is listening to different stuff anyway. We just the one thing that pop in is just the thing that we all know all together. But
the new Deftones.
Yeah, lately the new stuff. Yeah, when the new Deftones came out, I had to listen to that too, which is a weird album. But anyway, I mean, for the people who know Deftones, it's just again, it's something very different. Well, yeah, I mean, not many things actually. I mean, again, because I mean, we listen to so many different stuff, either classical or anything. I mean, I've been into jazz for quite a while now, and most of the time I go back to this kind of music. And there's the Wayne Krantz stuff. I don't know if people, I mean, they might know that or they might not. But yeah, this guy Wayne Krantz, I don't know, that's magical. That's a trio again, and you're like a jazzy, but not jazzy, just rock, more of a guitar, fusion guitar stuff. But man, just amazing. So I usually go back to that, and then Talk too. I mean, Talk. I don't know if not the Talk, not the 80s dance floor Talk. There's one album which is called Laughing Stock. Yeah. Laughing Stock is just I don't know. Awesome. That's their last album actually, the last official album of Talk. Which is just, I don't know. It's just magic. Yeah. It's just
great. I'm really looking forward to discovering all those things that you mentioned that I didn't know before. I also have a couple of entries in our What's in Your Walkman today, as we just launched our What's Hot playlist yesterday again at the Progspace. I was listening to that list that we published yesterday, the playlist on Spotify. And I was really surprised by the third single of Portuguese dark metal masters Moonspell from their upcoming album Hermitage. And the single is called All or Nothing. It's a beautiful, beautiful ballad. I was really surprised. The album's coming on February 26th. And also from Portugal, a prog metal band called Sullen. They released the first single of their upcoming album Nodus Tolus Act 1 Oblivion, that's gonna come out on March 5th, and the single's called The Prodigal Son. Really cool stuff. And finally from Israel, Subterranean, Masquerade and Ascend, some happy stuff to round up this cool playlist. That's it for today. Thank you guys, Katy and Matt, for joining us. That's Katy and Matt from Lizzard with 2Z, like Blizzard. I just realized that last week, even though I know of you guys for years.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
It was great talking to you. To our listeners, as always, thank you for listening. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and listen to great music.
The Progcast is a production of Stuus Media and is presented by the Progspace. It is produced by Randy M. Salo, Janine Stengel-Lewis, Blake Lewis, and Dario Albrecht. Our theme music is by This Is Not an Elephant, and Van Kirsch does our graphics. New episodes of the Progcast drop every Monday and Thursday. And don't miss our Friday Top 5 episode where we discuss our favorite new releases from that week. For more interviews and reviews in the written form, check out theprogspace.com.